Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Again, my name is Paul. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. Um, I've been on a binge. I've been on a binge of AI agents. At least on AI stuff. I've never really been sold on AI agents and all these things. AI, the topic in itself. The AI topic in itself, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but you really can't ignore AI because it's like, it's like everybody's talking about it, they're funding AI companies, blah, 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 all that jazz. That's all everybody's doing. So, so there's been a rise of AI tech and AI talk, and everybody's talking about AI, and everybody's talking about how great AI is, and everybody's talking about how AI is gonna be like the next big thing or whatever. And the big idea here is that everybody is trying to, I guess everybody's kind of trying to go into the AI space, and there's been like 14, a couple of years of, not 14, but a couple of years of exponential growth in terms of, excuse me, of artificial intelligence technology. So, basically, what that means is that there has been a very rapid change in terms of the speed at which the technology has been adopted. And in this whole process, most people generally agree that agents are kind of the future. So agents are shortcuts to doing very specific tasks, either on the internet or whatever task you're doing, like a macro on an Excel sheet, where you tell it to do X, Y, Z, and then do that, and then it just does the process on its own, something like that, but with a bit more complicated tasks. So people agree that AI agents are kind of the future. Sam Altman and his buddies at OpenAI believe that, they just want to create AGI. AGI should do everything else on its own. So I don't know, like it should, it should be able to think and come up with new physics and crap like that. That's kind of the idea with OpenAI. But generally, in terms of in the lower realms, everybody is kind of focusing on AI agents and creating all this type of stuff. So that's kind of what AI agents are, and they kind of matter because I guess they reduce workload on people and stuff like that. Some people are against AI agents, obviously, because they'll take jobs away from people and whatnot, because they will tend to do the monotonous tasks, and there's people whose job is to do the monotonous thing. And if someone takes away that job, then you're screwed. So some people are against it, but the reason they matter is because they're trying to reduce the amount of kind of trying to reduce the work that people have, the work that people do, kind of reduce, and that type of stuff. So the big idea here is that not all AI agents are generally created equal, and creation of these AI agents is kind of the big deal. If you can create an AI agent which can do a particular task, complicated task, and you should be able to make some pretty damn good profits off of it. So come in Replit. Replit is Replit initially started as an online integrated development environment, an IDE that makes coding accessible everywhere. It was started by some guy called Ahmad something, some guy from Jordan, and the whole idea was he was trying to make it easy to be able to access code, have an easy coding environment in any random place. So anyway, Replit is created. It over time it developed through it went through YC and whatever, the normal stuff. And it went to it has initially grown and it has evolved, and Replit has positioned itself as a company that wants to make coding accessible to like literally everyone. So the big idea here is everybody should be able to everybody should have the ability to code, and they're doing that to like prompts and whatever, and they make their software. You can like do everything within the same interface. So unlike things like Visual Code and whatever, where you have to like get a browser and then you have to like launch things in the app in the code editor, and then like get a browser and then just like launch in the browser and stuff like that. But like these guys are like doing everything in the same environment. You write the code, it launches on the thing, and you can work on the thing. Everything, you can do everything within one app. So that's Reddit's big idea. That's sort of what Replit's big idea is. So it's like super accessible to everyone. The big three ideas or the big advantages it has is that it's super accessible, super easy to learn. It's like easy to learn. A lot of people are on the app for collaboration. So people are like collaborating on the app. Developers, like during COVID, and they had since a lot of people were working remote, they had to like collaborate on projects and stuff and work on the same code and blah blah blah. So a lot of people used Replit, and COVID helped them to grow, and like just like how it helped most people to grow. So yeah. So the other thing I guess is that it's now integrated with like different AI models and stuff. So ChatGPT and things like that, and they're kind of trying to improve how you write code. So for example, a normal person can go in and like create an app that does X, Y, Z. You create the app. When the app is created, you need some technical knowledge for it to improve on the things and stuff like that. But the general idea is that they want to make code accessible to everyone. So they've integrated the AI models and putting ChatGPT in there so that it improves the process. So it improves the process, and everyone can do as we have said. So we'll go on to how exactly Replit is doing this. Okay, so I guess the idea is that Replit ghosts write code for people instead of just developers doing it. Replit can do it, and if you add some more knowledge on it, I guess it gets kind of better. So it's not just Replit which is in the picture of this. Companies like OpenAI, obviously, they want to do this for everyone, and with their improving technology, companies like Anthropic, Cloud, whatever, all of those guys are trying to make massive companies. So the bigger companies they make, the more they're improving their ability to code these things. So ChatGPT is like smart, and it's better at writing code now, and Replit is also doing the same thing. Well, obviously with additional features and stuff. So all these other companies are like in the mix too. They're like I guess they're growing, and they're trying to they're growing and they're trying to help more people do more things and stuff like that. Especially companies like OpenAI, those guys are nuts. So that's kind of the idea here. The big problems with AI agents, you have the problem of security concerns. Obviously, security concerns. if your program can go from, for example, the idea, some people want AI agents that can like go into your computer, write up an email, send it. Whenever the person replies, you should just, it should, I don't know, it should like go through like 2-3 steps where it like goes into different apps. For example, the program itself should go into ChatGPT, write an email, go into Gmail, and then send it to someone, something like that. So those are the things that people want to be able to. Those are the things that some people want to be able to do, and of course that's like super great. But there's like security concerns around that. It's like, oh, what if what if it gets access to my Gmail and I never get it back and stuff like that. And I don't know, like whatever. But there's always like security concerns around these things. The other thing is most people don't want to lose their jobs. So imagine you're creating an AI agent and the agent replaces you, something like that. Stabbing yourself in the back, sort of. Most people don't want to do that. That's like problem number 2. So yeah, AI agents are pretty big deal in terms of the future of technology and the future of development, software development, and the future of all of this stuff that we're trying to do. The future of technology in general. They're definitely going to be AI agents, and you can make one. Companies like Magic School and Synthesis something. Those companies are like getting bigger, and they're like companies that have used this Replit and they're trying to mix in, becoming more agenty and whatnot. So that's the kind of that's a potential place you might look into if you're trying to build new software and if you're trying to grow a company. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.